Draymond hit Nurkic with the MMA move, got suspended indefinitely, which is crazy. Like, as a player, when the commissioner says, yo, you suspended indefinitely, is that more or less scary than being like, yo, you suspended for 25 games, the season, whatever. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going on? Is it more nerve-wracking?
Indefinitely means, in their sense, we gonna say indefinitely because we don't know exactly how much time we want to give you, how many games we're going to give you. So we're going to say indefinitely, and gives us time to figure it out, to see if you go through the process, to see if you putting in the work to be better, to see if you taking accountability, to see if you took the proper steps to come back. And then you got to come back and, all right, cool. I'm taking accountability. I apologize. Boom. You got to do the song and dance.
Here's my statement type shit.
And then once you're ready to do the song and dance, it's, all right, you got 2 weeks.
Like that. So boom. So he's back now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that makes him kind of like a magnet for this shit? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, it's a lot of people that play physical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not that many today, though.
That's what I'm saying. So, but like, also that, again, too, like you played in that era of like, yo, bro, you come in the lane, I'ma body you.
He did too. He came in that era. He was a part of, he was young in that era. So he was taught how to play that way.
Because we did talk about him coming up under Sheed.
Yeah, I mean, think about who his favorite players are, who he looked at growing up. That'll tell you what type of player he wanted to be. You get what I'm saying? Like that's like your identification card right there. If you pick 3 guys of his favorite guys growing up, that tells you a lot about the caliber of player he is.
Right.
So with him, he's getting the backlash of what we created for him, what we built up. We know him for that. We love him for that. We love him for being Draymond and fucking somebody up, and it's cool when it's winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We win 3 championships, we win and we boom. Draymond's the enforcer. He's the energy of the team. He's the soul of the team. So he got to keep that, but he can't change that. So it's a fine line because it's like, do I stay doing all of this, right? But this is who I am. This is what got me here. This is why y'all love me. This is why y'all hate me. Or do I try to conform and try to dumb it down? But how do you dumb it down when that's who you are? You can't dumb that down.
Yeah.
You can't dumb that down. So but for me, it's like, as long as I know him, you take accountability, you embrace it. You embrace, this is who I am and this is what comes with it. You learn from it. You had time to sit down and get perspective, and I'm sure you put the work in to talk to people and, get other people's perspective, and now you're ready to come back. But it's a ongoing process. It ain't, I don't think it's basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a lot of shit that he dealing with. It's probably, it's a lot of shit that people don't know that athletes be dealing with. Not giving him an excuse to do the shit that he was doing, but you don't know what he was dealing with. You know what I mean? We just look at him as loud, boisterous, foul, talk shit and, rub people the wrong, feathers the wrong way. But it's like, you don't know what's going on behind that. That's who he is when he step on that court. So me knowing him the way I do, man, I think he's put the work in. I think he's, ready to get back out there on the court. Now, what happens from here, as far as everything else around that, then that's something different.
So knowing him, like you said, he had mentioned, he was just like, yo, I was about to say fuck it and retire. Did you believe that shit for 1 second that he was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna retire?
Yeah, I know what that feeling is like. I know what the feeling is like when you feel like you can't do nothing right. Everybody's against you. You know what I mean? It's you trying to figure out your own self, right? How do you fit into what is actually happening and moving forward, your future? You start thinking about all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, now y'all just picking on me now.
Right.
Like now I'm just the most fucked up person to ever walk this planet. I got to get away from that.
It's like, bro, we still
I'm
got Dylan
done.
Brooks. What the fuck are you talking about?
But
Like,
that shit, like, people don't know as an athlete, some people get broken along the way, right? Broken, get back up, broken, get back up, broken. You know what I mean? It's like, and then some people, it goes to a point where it can't go no more. And that's the point where he's at right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's older, more responsibilities. People are looking at him to be more accountable. People are holding him accountable. But that shit don't matter if he don't hold himself accountable.
True.
So he gonna do what he got to do.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But to me, and to me though, like on some like just NBA watcher fan, I'm like, yo, does some of this got to do with the fact that like the Warriors was like this, and now they kind of like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's kind of getting a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Like there's questions, they questioning Steve Kerr. They like, yo, is he really a ill coach like he says he is? Like there's a lot of, they didn't used to be that.
It's a lot of chatter.
Yeah, and it didn't used to be that with the Warriors at all.
It's a lot of chatter.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of something got to happen.
Narratives, a lot of narratives.
A lot of narratives.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you trying to control one narrative, then it's three other narratives over there.
Yeah, yo, Clay's getting older. He want money. This one, that.
That's the narrative. The age is always going to be a narrative. You got the other two young boys ain't happy. Moody and Kuminga, like they ain't happy. Draymond situation, CP finger, Frank, it's
that's
a lot
crazy
of shit going on over there.
You feel me? That's crazy that CP's finger is like number 11 on the list.
Yeah, it's like it's somebody's health is number 11 on the list. It's crazy. But that's all a basketball aspect of you. Just, again, you don't know how he, consume all of that shit, how he digests all of that shit. Like you don't know.
Him and Steph talk, you know what I mean? They had a conversation. I wasn't there, so I don't know what the fuck they was talking about, but it was very serious, apparently.
So you
know what I mean? Because the quote that came out of that shit was like, yo, end it the right way, bro. Don't just retire.
Fuck that mean.
You know what I mean? Also, that was the question. I was just like, bro, first of all, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Second of all, it's like, like as a player, you know what I'm saying? Like you got a legacy, you know what I mean? But to me, that's Draymond's legacy, bro. It's like, yo, he's fiery, bro. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna turn up. You know what I mean? Like he can't play every single game, every possession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna fuck you up if he gotta fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you French and you mad tall for no reason, he's gonna put you in a full Nelson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how he is. And I'm not mad at that. There's some people that's mad at that and like, yo, it's gonna ruin your legacy and this, that. I'm like, that's kind of a legacy.
What's gonna ruin his legacy? Like what is his legacy is what? He was, one of the anchors and major parts of Golden State Warriors, right? He's the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors organization.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, multiple championships. And he did it doing it this way. And we fell in love with him doing it this way. So why now, when shit go down, we want to cancel, we want to do that, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we grown to love about the guy.
Cook.
So, it's much is given, much is expected.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? So we can't keep, we can't keep, 1 foot in and 1 foot out when it comes to whether we're gonna support it or not. Like, yeah, he did some, foul shit. He did, he made mistakes. He however way people want to put it, it is what it is. But why you want to keep that going?
To me,
he'd be all right though, man.
He's Draymond, bro. He's good, bro. He got a podcast too.
I just like the fact that, he can be honest enough to be like, all right, I talk to people, I'm sitting down with them. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people taking shots at him. Yo,
because to me, the whole shit was just like, yo, if I'm Steph, I'm like, yo, bro, please don't retire right now, man. Like,
but the retirement, the retirement conversation, right, is like, yo, I'm done with this. Like, this shit is a lot. Everything I do, boom, I'm like, fuck this. Even though I'm bringing it on myself. it's more self-guilt than anything else. Because
I've been bringing it on myself.
Yeah, I bring it on myself.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, y'all magnifying this shit, bro.
Oh, 1,000%.
To the fullest. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Like, yo, this is how I play. Y'all know how I've been playing like this since
but
day one.
No matter how big or small the argument is, right? The incident is, it's all bungled up into one. You know what I mean? It's like it's just all in one pot.
Yeah.
The good shit, the minor shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just all in one pot. So no matter what you do, it's part of this big gumbo pot.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes he can feel, I'm sure he was feeling like, man, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Nobody supporting me. Everybody got something to say. You start looking at your career. You start looking at the years. You start looking ahead like, man, do I really still want to do this? Do I really still want to deal with this? Do I really want to be a part of this culture anymore? You get what I'm saying? Like, is this it?
What else I got to prove?
Right. It's a lot of shit that you gotta deal with. So I understand the retirement comment. I believe him.
I didn't even
believe
think about
him.
it like that.
When athletes say they're ready to retire, believe them.
Okay.
Because it's hard for an athlete to even utter those words, retirement.
Facts. Yeah,
we would do everything in our power not to say that word. We're taking a brief break from today's episode to let you know that Prize Picks got you covered when it comes to helping you make some bread.
Mm-hmm. With the NFL playoffs right around the corner and the NBA season here right now, Prize Picks is helping us cash in. You know what I mean? Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on the projected stats, and turn 25 cash into 250. You know what I'm saying? Get a little quarter, some good. And the best part about it, Prize Picks is really simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds, bro.
Prize Picks allow you to pick combo projections across football and basketball with specials, so you can support all your teams while still cashing in.
Oh, let's go.
Get to the bag.
I got a couple projections in mind already. Be sure to visit prizepicks.com/7pm and use the promo code 7pm for a deposit match up to $100.